Good morning, sir. Today, me and my teammates, Janice, Zhiqing, Yiming, Jeanette, Yiro, will be talking about Chapter 4. Well, I'm going to talk about one of the theory in Chapter 4, which is hypodermic needle theory. Hypodermic needle theory is also known as magic bullet theory or transmission belt model. It is known as the earliest theory about the way media impact the audience. This theory was founded by Harold Laswell in the year 1920 and written in the book Propaganda Techniques. There are 4 assumptions in this theory. First of all, it states that media injected message directly into the audience's mind. Audience are victim of this message transmitting process. Next, it states that audience react uniformly to stimuli. Thirdly, the effects of the media message is so powerful until it can cause behavioral change in the audience. Lastly, it says that message is strategically created to achieve desired response, meaning that there is an aim behind every message that are transmitted to the audience.
What is the weaknesses of hypodermic needle theory? Hypodermic needle theory is a linear communication and the audience is passive. They only absorb all the things from media directly.
Superman is a girl.
Crow is the crow is the crow.
Yes, Superman is a girl. Let me tell you an example of case study of hypodermic needle theory, which is Orson Welles' War of the World radio broadcast. It is an episode of the American radio drama in 1938, which is produced by Orson Welles. Radio drama can affect the audience very directly. Today, hypodermic needle theory is not relevant anymore. Most of the people have their own opinion and would like to give many feedback. They will not follow blindly all the information from the media. Hypodermic needle theory is considered as dominant paradigm. Dominant paradigm is commonly accepted by many scholars, especially the American scholars. So, based on this hypodermic needle theory, the people in this dominant paradigm can easily accept the new ideas because they just follow blindly what the media has said.
Now, let us look for two-step flow theory. First, let us look about a short story first.
Research reveals instant noodles will lead to heart diseases.
Son, you want to eat what?
Mom, I want to eat instant noodle.
No, you can't eat. I just saw the news say it will lead to heart diseases and leads you to death.
In this short story, the mom is act as an opinion leader, and the son is act as an audience. The opinion leader saw the news, but when she passed down to other audience, she adds in other information that the actual content don't have. In this case, the mom has added, instant noodle will lead to death. Next, let us look what paradigm is the theory based on.
Step 4 theory is first introduced by Paul Lazarsfeld, Werner Paresis, Hazel Golditz in The People's Choice. It has established between 1940 and 1960, where the Second World War has ended. What paradigm is the theory based on? It is dominant paradigms. It has influenced by the ideas of behaviorism. In this idea, it assumes that the audience are passive and dormant when they receive the message from the opinion leader, which add on their own interpretations in the actual media content. Besides, the opinion leader has the most influence toward the audience and ability in convince the audience to change their attitudes and behavior. It also assumes that the audience will react the same way like the lab rat.
Now let's look at the picture of the founder.
Photo 1 is Paul Lazenfield. Photo 2 is Werner Parisons. And the next is Hazel Golditz. There are some weaknesses of this theory. Firstly, it ignores the importance of direct flow as mass media are able to directly convey new message to audience. Secondly, it also ignores the existence of different stages in the distribution process, which are awareness, interest, evaluations, trial, and adoptions. Lastly, it used wording as only test of mass effect and didn't use other approaches to test validity. Is the theory still relevant to us today? The answer is yes. Al Gore is a great example of an opinions leader. He is heavily involved with and connected to the issue of global warming and campaign to raise awareness. Only 2012 campaign had launched a video on YouTube, and in the first 5 days, they already gained 120 million views. The success of the video can be contributed to the celebrity like Rihanna and Bill Gates who tweeted about the video. Their influence stages help spread awareness of the campaign. That's all for two-step flow theory. Thank you.
Now I'm going to talk about the theories of spiral of silence. I'm Leo, and now let us take a look about the video that made by Janet. These theories are critical paradigm because this paradigm assumes that in order to observe the relationship between these processes and the entire capitalist system, every communication tool from the media to the audience must be studied. Further that, the media is a tool used by the ruling elite to maintain control over the middle class. So what the media says, a lot of people think is true. Next is witnesses. The spiral of silence is not worth sharing. It is the result of trading ecology imbalances. Generally speaking, the spiral of silence does not occur in the context of ecological balance of communication, because people can express their opinions openly and without restriction. On the contrary, the imbalance of communication ecology often prevents the opinions of the disadvantaged minority from being openly and freely expressed. Where the opinions of the dominant minorities can not only be openly expressed, but may limitedly amplified, thus forming the dominant opinions. Last, the spiral of silence still relevant. The spiral of silence makes sense in the Internet age, because the Internet itself has been demonized. In fact, the Internet seems to make everyone cover up, allowing others to see its various opinions without knowing its identity. This also shows that psychological fear of isolation has a profound impact on people. So in conclusion, we understand the paradigm and weaknesses of these three theories. Moreover, we know that the hypodermic needle theories are no longer of use in modern society, but two other theories will more or less be useful, especially in Internet. Finally, it is to be hoped that this theory can be applied in the right way to help others rather than affecting them badly. That's all for our presentation. Thank you.